Would you risk it all for your kid? Or would you tell him, I'm getting you the best lawyer I can afford, but you're turning yourself in? Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, it's Dominique again from Houston.
Dominique from Houston. What's up? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Well, I probably have an unpopular opinion, but I guess I'm just being honest.
Be
I
honest.
don't think I would have helped my son in in that moment, but I really can't honestly say that if he would have came back to the house after the fact, that I would not have maybe assisted with him disappearing or something of that nature. But I can definitely say that I would not have been the one to help move a body, move a car, move anything. I- But I also, as just, I have two teenage sons. I have an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old, where one of these situations could easily possibly be me in inner city Houston with my young black men. So I'm just throwing it out there. That's probably where I would land on that one. But as far as me help facilitating in any shape, form, or fashion in that nature, that's a hard no.
That's hard no. Uh,
But hard no on that.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, have you? I know this sounds weird, but have you ever had that kind of question like brought up to you in any kind of way? Because I mean, for me, I've never had that. I've thought about it before. I mean, because of the multiple times we've had these kind of situations, like everything all the way back to Brian Laundrie story time as well. But every time I think about it, I'm like, no, I no, no. I'd be like, you're getting the best lawyer I can afford. In fact, I don't even know if I would even
Mhm.
want to help them with their lawyer because I feel like it's your bed, you lie in it, and how I raised you better. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit too tough love, okay, with it, but
No,
I don't know.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I think that's what a lot of us would like to say and believe. And to be honest with you, no one's ever brought that question up to me. I just said, as much as we watch these things happen, and it's so kind of, it's kind of what we consume on a almost daily basis in the world. So it is something that you think about as, for one, having children, having sons, me being, a black woman raising my young black men,
Mhm.
and being in inner city Houston. It's just one of those things that you just happen to think about, even if you don't want to think about it, like I'm sure a lot of other parents do. But I, I, I think that it's hard when you say it right now. Like, I want to say, yes, I did raise you better than that. But at the same time, it's kind of like you think about it. Not that I'm too lenient, as I don't like to believe I'm lenient as a parent, but I will say this. I will say that for most parents, you get to the point where it's kind of like you've done all the raising that you can do. And the best part about that is that you've developed these minds. Now, whether they go right or left, it's not really up to you anymore.
Right.
So,
You're right. I mean, there's only so much you can do with when it comes to raising your children. The rest is their own free will and what they choose to do with their lives, right? And I guess that's kind of why I feel, I don't know. Somebody in the chat said, people be capping, many low key would help out their kid. And the thing is like, I don't know. For me, it's, I think I'd be doing the tough love route because I'd just be so disappointed. And I would want them to know
yeah.
how wrong what they did is. But that's just me. That I guess I'm a little bit more savage than
Oh
that,
yeah, well no,
you know?
I agree. So disappointed, so very sad, and so very scared for their life. You hit the harsh reality of them ending someone else's life, and that's just like a taking your own life. I would kind of put those two together, but also
Right.
what's going to happen to my child once he's in there. It's maybe the selfish way to look at it, but it's also the reality of it.
Yeah.
I can't do anything for this person who's no longer here.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking at my child, it's kind of like, well, I still have that sense of, well, what's going to happen to you? So don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to like not, if the police come after the fact, if after I did say I would help them escape, right? But if they come after the fact, I'm not going to continue to lie for him because I'm not going to be down there as well,
Right.
you know.
Right. I see. That's the thing. I don't want to get locked up for what he did. I mean, or for what they did. I'd be like, no, you pay the price. You fight it out. You
Yep.
get your, you get your punishment, right? You do your time. And if you get to get out, then you get to get out. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, I wouldn't be sitting there burying the bodies for my kid. I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I just couldn't. But thank you so much for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I don't want to say my name.
Okay, that's fine.
But everyone with me knows exactly who this is. I'm going to tell a cute little story about being a bad mom.
Okay.
But my daughter was busted for what's called negligent driving because she was driving after having a beer.
Oh, one beer?
Got pulled over. She lost her license. What?
One beer?
One beer.
Wow.
She was speeding 3 miles an hour over the speed limit, and the jerk gave her a negligent driving. We called it the gift that kept giving. And she knew how I felt about drunk drivers. And I said, if you ever get caught drinking and driving, your car's gone. So she was afraid to call me, and her dad said the same thing, and she was afraid to call him, so she got a public defender. And it cost her $6,000 in the end. And it was a horrible price that we all paid, including me taking a week off of work to take her to and from her job so she wouldn't lose it because she had lost her license. I looked through every one of her court documents, and she blew a .03. And that cost us a fortune. And we didn't have it. And I didn't even pay for that one. I made her pay for it herself because she should have called one of us. So I can tell you without a doubt, there's no way in heck I would back the M charge.
I see.
So there we go.
So really, really quick, I'm just curious. Okay, so .03 and in wherever you
03.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
.03. It is literally a beer over about 3 hours with food.
Wow, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And so
yeah, but that's what the documents read.
Wow.
3 miles an hour speed limit.
And was she of legal age or was she a minor?
Nope, she was 22.
What?
22 years old.
That doesn't
She had a very friend in the car with her, and she was speeding with someone else in her vehicle.
So
I wish I was kidding.
So so the only thing that she did wrong was that she was speeding. So the only law that she broke was the speeding limit. Speed limit.
Yep.
Is what it
3
sounds
miles
like.
an hour over. You tell me which person doesn't drive 3 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Everyone does.
Who doesn't go home with having maybe one beer or one glass of wine in their system?
True.
All of us do.
Wow.
And I was livid when I found out.
What was her punishment again?
She ended up having to pay for it herself, but she was working and she had a very good job. So in the end, she paid for it, but the courts fined her $500.
Mm-hmm.
They took her license, and when they suspended it, she thought she'd gotten it back because she was making a payment plan, and she had to do 2 weekends of community service. That was a hard punishment for .03. I was very upset with the court system, so I helped her.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Wait, what is the
Washington State is loaded with?
Well, what is it? What is it? The what is the legal or like the what do they say? Like if you blow this, you are intoxicated. What's the normal number? It's like .08. .08.
Mm-hmm.
And all she was doing was speeding. That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. But she had someone else in the car with her.
So you're saying .008. So
no, .08 is legal limit, and she was .03, which is under that.
Wow, that doesn't make any sense. That still doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then the judge just had time that day. It sounds like he had nothing else to do.
I guess.
That's really, really messed up.
Deal. couple nights in jail because I had to go bail her out.
Yeah. No, that's terrible. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
That's
So
terrible.
it's been a long time, but it was 10 years on her record that I think maybe it was 8 years that she actually had difficulty finding jobs.
Oh, I bet she did.
The gift that kept giving.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that wasn't murder, and it was not, killing someone. It was a bullshit ticket. Sorry, that any
You're
one of
good.
us could have done.
Right. And of course, I mean, she still was driving fast. She still was speeding and all that as well. I'm not sitting here saying that it justifies what she got, but at the same time, I get that you're like, okay, this is the bet that she made. She's going to have to lie in it for right now. And it's unfortunate that she was dealt that card, but I've heard wilder stories. I will say that I've heard wilder stories. So
I was a broken single mom. Couldn't help her.
yeah. No, I feel you. She just had to pay the piper, which is really sad. But I appreciate you telling me the story. Thank you.
All right. But no, I would not bail this person out.
Never,
He's
right?
trash.
Never. Thank you so much.
Nope.
All right.
All right, you guys, have a good night, and everybody behave in chat. Oh, and don't forget to hit that like.
Thank you. Hit that like button.
I saved myself away, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Appreciate you
Bye,
calling
y'all.
in. Bye. Hold on. Oh, I thought somebody was in there, but hold on. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Pascal. This is Aesop's Inspiration. How are you?
Aesop, what's up? Thank you so much for calling in. It's nice to hear your voice. What's on your
glad to
mind?
hear yours too. So I just wanted to say,
yeah.
I do kind of have a younger child. He's not driving age yet.
Uh-huh.
I think that I would help him out. However, I'm a super duper punk, and I have a slight response. So I would probably, I would more than likely talk him into turning himself in. So I think I would be like that mom that was on camera, washing her son's pants with the blood out of him or whatever.
Right.
I love my son dearly, and but I will not take that to the grave. There's no way that I would be able to do something like that. I definitely talk him into turning himself in. Absolutely.
No doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
You love your son's dirty drawers, but still, no matter what, you still turn that ass in. I got you.
We are turning that ass in. Absolutely.
And
I'll go down with him and I'll hold his hand and, sit in the lobby and go through the entire process with him, but we're going to jail.
Facts. Yeah. It's like, I appreciate you breaking it down and telling me the whole story about everything, son, but you going to jail. We're gonna go and do that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do all this extra mess. Don't shower. Don't do anything. We're not destroying any evidence. We're taking it all the way down there.
I demonstrate how not to pick up the soap. I'd be like, this is how you don't bend over to pick up the soap. This is how you get it. But yeah,
bend at the knees, not at the hips, y'all. Bend at the knees, not at the hips.
That's all I'm saying, because I think we have I see it's kind of split where some people are like, I will, help my child, because you love your kids. And
right.
Even in situations like that, you think you would not do something like that. And then next thing you know, there you are, helping. I don't think that Mr. Ramon saw himself helping him, helping his child do something like that. Now,
right.
I don't think he necessarily raised him to be a murderer. They have a nice house, it looks like they have a decent life. It's not like they needed the money. So I definitely like to know what the motives were
right.
behind something like this. But, I don't think that he's necessarily a bad parent. I just think he loves his kid.
Yeah.
So,
and I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. And it's crazy what you'll do for your kids, right? It's crazy what you'll do for love, right? Didn't Will Smith say that? Crazy
Yeah.
thing you do for love, right? So
Wasn't that meatloaf?
oh, right. But he said he won't do that. So he won't do that.
Oh,
He'll do anything for love, but he won't do that. What that
but not
is,
that.
you take your pick on what that is, okay, in your own mind, okay?
Yeah.
But I see your point there. I guess for me it's, well, one, yes. I mean, I obviously I would be loving my child or my children the best way I can. But there is also tough love in there too. So yeah, I feel like there's a part of me that would be telling him like, hey, this is the bed you made. You gonna go down there. I love you, but I'm very disappointed right now. I'm more than just disappointed. And we gonna go down there and you're gonna do what you need to do. Whether you want to do it or not, you're going to do it, because I'm not saving you. I'm not saving you out of this one. You see what I'm saying? And when it comes to the father, right? The father has a lot going for him too. Let's not forget that. Like it looks like it was 2 different trucks, 2 different really nice trucks in there. He has a whole air conditioning business, which obviously I'm sure was doing very well for himself. Like he risked everything just to try to cover things up for his son. And I could see maybe gut reaction going, what do we need to do? Tell me what we need to do. I need to save you. You're my legacy, right? Because that's his son. That's the son that's carrying on the Preciado last name. But at the same time, though, wow, like you're willing to risk it all? You really think you're not going to get caught in this day and age?
And there's no way he could have thought he was going to hop out of that truck and not be identifiable.
I mean, he made the big mistake by doing that, but he also made the big mistake by pulling up in his big ass Chevy in that place and have that rendezvous with his son, because that's when they said, wait a second, we're going to do all the reverse math, Charlie Chan Drive, here it is. Interesting. Oh, interesting. That Silverado is right there.
Blocks away.
Thank you. Oh, that's interesting. And now, you know what I mean? And then because he got his ass out the car, it's like, oh, and he's big. Oh, snap. We got the guy. He's right there. You see what I'm saying? He done messed that up. Okay.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, but thank you for taking my call.
Anytime.
I don't want to keep you.
No, you're good.
Thank you so much, Pascal. It's really good to talk to you. And
Great.
I love your content.
Thank
I
you.
said that in the comments. So thank you.
Thank you, Aesop. I'll be seeing you in the chat. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. And bend from the knees, not from the hips. Okay. Bend from the knees, not from the hips. Just so you guys know. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.